Hello friends, welcome to my channel SushantChessWise. Today we are at the next topic of our long calculation training, and today I have decided to take my own game example. So it will be very easy to explain how and what I thought. So we are having a very interesting case of French defense here. Look at the position, it's black to play and the whole fight is going on the e5 square. White has been eyeing the square e5, which is knight, pawn is guarding, and the bishop is doing the same. And black has two controls, bishop and knight. So immediately, of course, I wanted to play the move qc7 because what I was anticipating, the opponent will play the move re1 and try to control the e5 square. Because see, black's main freeing move is e5 in this kind of positions. And my whole calculation was about after re1, I wanted to take the knight to g4 and trying to prove that see h2 and f2 become weak, especially after re1, which happens in many lines of French Tarrasch as well. So main position that I was eyeing was see re1 and g4, h3 the main move. Other line is g3. We will come to it soon. And what I was trying to see bh2 check. If king h1, you can see knight f2 mates on the spot. So king f1 is forced, and here too I was looking to sack with nf2. We'll come to this soon. Let me first show you what I would have done to g3. After g3, most probably I would have played the move knight f2 c. It looks very strong because after knight f2, king f2, e5, black is threatening c, e4. Okay, and now after d, b5, attacking the bishop on b2, forcing the trade, and see knight jumps to e5. This position is almost winning. d3 is attacked, f3 is attacked, only move e2, and then knight check. This is game over. If kg2, then knight e3 check 4, the queen is lost. So kg1 forced, and now see black wants b6 check without allowing this queen to come to d4. So rook f3, the knight was the defender. Now the position collapses. Bishop f3, queen b6 check, kg2, queen f2, kh3, queen h2 ends. To note that queen takes d5 followed by queen f3 won't help because same queen b6 and bc6 would be in this queen. So basically this line is winning for black. Another line which I considered was the move e5 out here. After e5 also see black's play is very simple. D takes c, bishop e5, knight e5, knight e5, bishop takes, knight takes. The square f3 is really weak. And see big problems out here as well. After b2 forced if f4, then bg4 wins on the spot. And after b2 save qb6, this is very strong. qd5 check, bishop e6, g2 forced. If queen e5 then queen f2 kh1, you can see queen e1 wins. So qg2 is forced, and after qg2 comes the very strong move bishop h3. Now see, queen cannot take on h3 of course because queen f2 kh1, queen e1 wins, and after once again qd5 check, there is king h8. No good way to protect this f2 pawn, and it's game over. Queen e5 then same queen f2 kh1, g2, g2 both are. So let's return to the game. Here after h3, I knew bh2 check, king f1, and as I said, I saw the move nf2. This line is really forcing king f2, queen check. All I had to see that king had three options here: king f1, ke2, and ke3. I had to spend really good time on king f1 because it took me around 2 to 3 minutes to figure out the move e5. See, after ke2 it's easiest. Queen g2 check, ke3, bishop f4 mates. But after king f1, I had to figure out the move e5, de, and bishop h3. This was the key point. Now it's game over. Nothing can protect both g2 and f3. So if queen e2, then rook f3, queen f3, queen f3 mates. It means the only line left was ke3. Do note that all this I could calculate from qc7 till the end in around 20 minutes. So I wanted to be very sure that I don't miss any stuff. So qg2 here, and now see only move b2 because there are two threats. One is mate on f4 and other b2 is angry. So b2 forced, and now there follows the mating 3. Bishop f4 check, ad3, knight b4 check, A takes B4 force and B5 checkmate. So you saw how it is possible for a normal player also to plan a tactic, see further and see deep. Previously I showed you master examples and this example was meant to show you how we can do it in our games. By the way, this game fetched me the brilliancy prize in the national event. I hope you must have learned something nice from this lesson. Definitely let me know in the comments below. Thanks for your time.